outset, I must thank Sudhir, my friend, for giving this opportunity to interact with you and to speak about a topic which has been very passionate to me for last 2.5 decades. But in nutshell, I was listening to Dr. Vivek Bindal also, I was listening to Dr. P. Agarwal and all my friends. You cannot stop the waves, but you can learn to surf. He, Dr. Vivek was remembering when he was with us in Gangaram Hospital. I always used to start my presentation with this topic, that if you young people do not adopt the robotic surgery, you will be preserved in museum. Dr. Bhavnendra Lal was with us in Maulana Azad Medical College, and Dr. V.S. Rana, Dr. V.K. Malik will also remember. He always used to tell us, काके हमारा काम तो चल गया cystoscopy और TORP करके. If you have not caught hold of laparoscope, you will be preserved in museum. Same way, I have been telling my younger colleagues that हमारा काम तो चल गया laparoscopy से, but if you have not gone in for robotic training, you will be preserved in museum. So we should definitely know ourselves and then accept or blame. And today I am not going to have a debate. I know Dr. Deep Goyal also presented that robotic surgery, we did, Vivek could remember, we did robotic cholecystectomy as the first case, and that was the only case. Honestly, I have been doing single incision laparoscopic cholecystectomy, and I find that how can I improve? Every day I feel that how can I improve? How can I be better than yesterday? But by doing the robotic surgery, and Dr. Syan was there when we did our robotic cholecystectomy few days back only, I don't think so that I have improved. We have been doing the robotic work way back from 2012 when it was started. But again, for cholecystectomy, honestly, I don't find any place for robotic cholecystectomy. I feel that robotic has to be placed for such situations which are definitely giving patients advantage, not advantage to the surgeon. For example, morbidly obese patient, we have been operating on 250, 300, 350, 84 BMI, 90 BMI patients. For them, yes, robotic is the system. Then there are situations in which we would definitely go access the inaccessible. So we should choose those areas and then offer the latest in technology rather than going back. So I would be just spending few minutes on single port laparoscopic cholecystectomy. And again, I would say Martin Luther King said, the soft-minded man always fears change. He feels security in the status quo, and he has an almost morbid fear of the new. For him, the greatest pain is the pain of a new idea. Believe me, when we started our single incision cholecystectomy, then also we had lot of tricks, I would say. We started first with 4 ports, which all of us have been doing. Then we started doing the reduced port cholecystectomy. That means we tried to go away without the assistant and then only 3 ports. And then we reduced to 2 ports, and then we reduced to 1 port. And now, from 2000, I will show a small video clipping of 2011, when we were doing the single incision laparoscopic cholecystectomy. We find that ultimately nobody should go away with this idea that yes, single incision laparoscopic cholecystectomy is very easy, so from tomorrow I can start. No, you should be proficient in laparoscopic cholecystectomy by 4 ports. Start thinking that whether I have become better than yesterday or not. Start reducing your ports. If you start reducing, if you do the 3 ports, if you do 2 ports, if you do 1 port, then someday definitely you will be able to do it. And we had quite good number of instrumentation in the beginning. Some curved instruments, some long instruments, some single port, SSILS port, and so on and so forth. And we laid our hands on all of that. But now we do not need all of those fancy looking items, and we have gone in for simple single 12 mm port, which is for scope, and we take a bariatric length port, and then we use a alligator grasper. I will show you in a few minutes, and that's it. And only thing is that we should give the patient head up and right up tilt, very nice. But again and again, I would give all the compliments to Sayan and Daud and Ayush and Raj, that they are so good in holding the camera. I would not be able to do the single incision laparoscopic cholecystectomy or any surgery if the camera holding is, if they do not know about 30-degree scope. So one should know how to handle the 30-degree scope. And in this situation, for example, what we do is that we go into the umbilicus and we place one 5mm port through the umbilicus, and this is the alligator grasper. Can you imagine, way back in 2009 or 10, I had gone to SAGES conference and the Stryker people had come out with this mini lab thing. And it was a 2.3mm instrument, alligator grasper, that which we got hold of. Later on, we came to realize that they have stopped making it also because they were fed up with us. Why? Because we bought one or we used 100 times. It was for a single use, but we have been using it. But now we have made our own single incision alligator grasper, and we have been. This is a video of a small video clipping of yesterday only. So now you can see that ultimately, again and again, I would emphasize, please, as Ranveer must have told you, please respect the critical view of safety. Many times, many fellows come to us and we ask them, what is critical view of safety? They say only 2 structures should be going into the gallbladder. No, our thinking is one has to go step by step. That one has to clear the hepatocystic triangle, then one should make sure that it is only 1/3 of the cystic duct and the gallbladder is seen, and there should be only 2 structures which are going into the gallbladder at the time of clipping, and then only one should. And again, I remember Dr. Malik would always ask me that why other people are not doing single incision laparoscopic cholecystectomy, and he himself would answer that because of the incidence of hernia. I say, if there is an incidence of hernia, if you are afraid of that patient will have the umbilical hernia later on, why not give the fullest attention to closure of the abdomen, closure of the umbilical port? So what we do is that you must have seen in this video clipping that we invert the forceps, long forceps. We take the long forceps, and with the help of long forceps, we lift the abdominal wall up. Dr. Rana used to say in our good old days, chuck, 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 abdomen. So means lift the abdomen wall up and take vicarious suture, and then you will not have any hernia. So if we know that what challenge is going to come, then definitely one can tackle that, and it is anticipate. It is all surgery is nothing but anticipation. So I am not going to tell you that it is the technique. Yes, one should be, frankly, Dr. Ayush and everyone will vouch for it. We don't tell the patient that today I am going to do the single incision cholecystectomy only. No, once we go in, we see with our scope, and once we are able to see that yes, this is a absolutely doable gallbladder, we carry on, and then ultimately I would say 90% of times we are able to complete single incision cholecystectomy for last 19 years. But again, the thinking is that we do not have any, I would say, ego in giving 2 ports, 3 ports, 4 ports, 40 ports, whatsoever, because ultimately it has to be a safe cholecystectomy. I will not be boasting of that I did single incision laparoscopy, but I injured the CVD. I should never ever do it. So ultimate aim is that yes, we should be responsible and we should be safe surgeon rather than fast surgeon. And again, there was a lot of criticism in the beginning also that when we started doing the single incision cholecystectomy, then obviously anything which you are going to learn, it will take its own time. Initially we used to take 1.5 hours. Now we are able to, most of the fellows would advocate, most of the times we are out after 20 minutes. So ultimate thinking is that surgery is karte ke vidya. So you carry on doing the same procedure again and again, you will become better and better. And in this situation, I would say that most important thinking is, this is 2011 video. So again and again thinking is that posterior, posterior, posterior. Big surgeons make good windows. So we should go posterior, we should not go at all anteriorly. And once we are able to clear both cystic duct going into the gallbladder, cystic artery going into the gallbladder, and then only we will take, initially we have been clipping the duct, clipping the artery, and then cutting it. But again, for the last few years, I would say I am using the harmonic ACE for cystic artery, and for cystic duct we clip it and cut it. Again, a small modification I would love to bring it here is, when we do the critical view of safety, Starsberg had already pointed out these steps, but I would say that please do the milking maneuver also. So once you have a habit of milking from the CBD side towards the gallbladder side, then only, yes, I will just finish it up. Thank you. And this is the mini lab I would present. This is the this was the started with the 2.3 millimeter mini lab, and now we are using our own. And in this situation, this was accepted in SAGES also. This is the last video clipping of 1.5. Thank you. So this is again 2011 video, and we are using it with alligator grasper. And there are situations, there will be situations in which we will find that cystic duct is wide enough. So we always believe on milking, and we call this, as Sudhir will also remember, we call this as Suprabha maneuver. Suprabha was our nurse in OT7. So she would always insist, you cannot clip the duct until unless you have done a milking procedure. That means you have milked the stones up and then only apply the clip. And in this situation, once, even if we are doing single incision laparoscopic cholecystectomy, and if we find a wide cystic duct, we can do single incision, single instrument, single surgeon, single knot, or 2 knots, whatsoever. So, and we are using it is not the extracorporeal knotting which we are doing, but we are making the knots inside. And this we had presented in SAGES also a long time back. And then definitely it is doable. So what I mean to say is that one has to carry on unlearning, learning and relearning, and then only you will be able to give the maximum benefit to the patient. Thank you very much for your kind attention. But again, I would end up by saying so, be not the first when the new is tried, nor yet the last to lay the old aside. Thank you.